No more members, touch the speaker.
Honorable members, we do not have a quorum. I now suspend the parliament until further ringing of the bell.
Honorable members, member for Kappa will lead us in prayer.
Thank you. Papa God, we talk thank you, Lord, this day. Thank you, Papa God. Laogata, one member, one province, one district, you missed up. Get plenty been like lo, marking people of Lord, can't stop lo this house. But Papa God, lo, I need lo mari no sorry blow you anointing me blow one. Lo come stop lo this house, lo marking people of lo me blow. Papa God, we pray lo wisdom blow you, understanding blow you, Papa God. Mari no sorry blow you can karama me blow. Time blow sit down lo here, lo make him this blow talk, lo bring him country blow go forward. Papa God, me blow walkman blow you, blow stop money lo leg blow you. You yet you God blow me blow. Thank you, Papa God. Lord, this life we give blood today. The way you look at him blood go forward also. Papa God, we pray, Lord Prime Minister. We pray, Lord, all ministers and the governors, Deputy Prime Minister, and pray, Lord, opposition leader, Deputy opposition leader. Now leaders blow opposition side, we blow all the time, we blow one play team. God, you book him blow one time, Lord, this blow house. Lord, look, na scale him to talk, Lord, run him country blow me blood. One time bell na heart blow me blood, give him best. You go, people blow you. One time this long blow, God, I stop one time, no book him blood. Tindin blow me blood, make him this Lord's prayer, you too. Line him blood long. Let us all make. Hallowed be
Thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive them that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and power, and glory, forever and ever. Amen. Clerk, any petition? Notices? Honorable members, question time. Member for Bulolo.
Thank you, Mr. Acting Speaker. Question Lumichola, ma'am, very short and sharp. There is no lengthy backgrounds. Question Lumim directed Golo, Kupla Prime Minister Blumi. Related law, Wafi Golpu. Through you, Mr. Acting Speaker, me like ask him, Honorable Prime Minister, one time frame or one date by Yumitok lo statin this la Wafi Golpu. Planti, all member no leader man nida go finish. Mipla samta represent mo national blue sa siya now. Mipla looking mo sa mem nong time Thomas. The people of Bulolo and Morobe and the landowners, we need to know if the SNT team is capable of executing this job. Na one time ba Wafi Golpu start. Mango and mau go yellow na green na kanyan kalago na now go pink na about him start. We need to know whether by me starting Wafi Golpu or not. And we need to know this year, not next year. If like him date this year. Thank you.
The Honorable Prime Minister.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Me like to talk. Thank you, Lord, Member Blom Bulolo, to ask him this question. Wafi Golpu is a major gold and copper project that we want to make sure we do it right from the start and sustains our economy, sustains our country, and also lifts our landowners and districts and the province of Morobe. It is a project that we want to complete at the earliest, preferably for me, since 2019. We could have done this project, but there are many moving parts. Investors who are in negotiation with us must also have some issues that we need to resolve with them, especially in terms of what we take for the state and what they take for their companies and their shareholders. Me like give him Belisi Kolong member also state since 2019 we've been working to get above 55% total benefit for the country. Mitok sore sabus iga delay. All company too, or like maximizing wind blong. Shareholders long all. Shareholders belong me as Prime Minister, and people belong project area, people belong Morobe, and people belong country. And I stand at the back of the success that we've been able to show in Pogra. Pogra now, me black is about 55%. That is why you look in Pogra, this year alone, paying is over 700 million kina. Takis come government. Now you make it now for the province and for the landowners as we speak, just this year alone, over 300 million kina I'm seeing on. We pay more. Mr. Deputy Speaker, James Marape will not give a go-ahead to a project where I feel the agreement is unfair to my people. Because this agreement for 40 years. Pastor Molkam, 2018, and I need to MOU, previous government is signing law Sydney. And we talk, but only got access to 40 to 60 years, but you got only 20% equity, where law talk 30% equity. That's why previous governor Morobe, the Honorable Ginson Sano then, he go to court, restore him like 10%, this MOU lose. So it's our company too, only got Saweman Blongol. Saweman Blongol, he got experience of mining right across the world. Mipla, to the best ability, bring more Saweman Blimi. I'll sit down, I'll negotiate, and meet up. First, government policy. Time you put him taxes, you put him royalty, now you put him equity. This is triple main revenue must hit him about 55%. I mean him. $1 you kiss him, Islam mine. Papua must kiss him back 55 cents. 45 cents. You kiss him, go tell him the profit, lo ante lovely right. And we'll give him a belly seal lo yipla. Time you meet him, Vice President lo US. J.D. Vance long White House. The then former mining minister, now Governor Morobe, and Mr. Wantamil meeting on the foreign secretary. I'm also asking him long outside now. I'm talking. Me are must have you hard legally long America investor. I'm talking. Member long Bulolo, me talking him straight long White House. Lobby slogan. But the one kind of you, President Trump. You two want to take back more for America. I want to take back more for Papua New Guinea. I could understand. I could understand. You want America first, I want PNG first. But without hurting investors. We will measure investors, whether mining project, oil project, or forestry, or fisheries. That's the difference. Time me losing, brother Blumi, Yellow Pankin, I come to 2019. I saw his policy was not focused on getting back more for our country. So, my member, I can understand people are dying, but once Midler signed him this line, 40 years. Pastor more like him 60 years, and me talk, no 60 years. Me put in proposal of 30 years. So, Lord, reach him Namel up, but all right, let me go 40 years. But once me give him your FID, and now me give him MDC and SML, you must take him time to go FID, hurry up. You look in Papua the other day, ask him question, Papua come. Previous government signed him, got sunset close to when FID will be delivered. FID is final investment issue. And I want to indicate to this House, I'm not the best educated person in project negotiation, but I come from a project area. I lived through when people are deprived of anything. At any project under my watch, I don't want depravity of my people. They must get their fair share. So one time display interest, people are pushing yet. But national government is reckless. Wafi Golpu has been around since 1984 for the records. Has not been moved since 1984, even much longer than this. But only last 3 years, people allocating some money to Papa ground in terms of IDG and go finish more of the provincial government. People are putting some money every year, but total to the tune, memory blooming and fail, but easily 100 million and losing Waikani go along, more of the provincial government. Lord Tilim, Lord Papa ground. Lord Tilim, Lord district. So time construction waited, you work him legally preparation work. Fix him road, fix him house, prepare him SME businesses, Lord participate. But negotiation go yet. Two play investor two play career. Be frustrated, finish two. One play last, you may got about 6 plots, 7 play issue outstanding stuff. One plow only asking me play. Long Some law blame law to ibla sensim lili na mitok. This is a sovereign country. Mibla na sensim law blame. Especially central bank law. So there, without diving so much into 6 or 7 outstanding issues, there are only 6 or 7 outstanding issues. And I want to give assurance to all leaders in this house and to the people of Wafi-Golpu. You waited long. Our government has given money to supplement or get you work over 100 million Kina companies starting 2022, 23, 24. Maybe a little bit more, but memory Lomi saw too, so 100 million Kina does. Moreover, yet you black clear. They start making work stuff. Once me satisfy yourself, me hit him about 55%. At 55%, one kind of say me making the program, then I will sign off. So I was me somewhere now, me no, Kanaka man, me start. Me project area man, me clear on number long. How much taxes me by kissing? How much royalty by me kissing? How much equity me must kiss? So people of Wafi, I ask for your patience. You waited long, just few more weeks, few more years will not make a difference. Because it's a 40-year agreement we want to sign. We don't want to give our birthright away to a 40-year contract that ends as nothing or less than what government policy and our law ask. And this law ask me blah. We have not asked anything over and above the law. Law took 30% equity, we must give him 30% equity. Law took 30% taxes, we must give him taxes better defined. Law took 2% royalty equity, like PNG, LNG, we give him talk picture. And foundation projects, we don't criticize him too much. Law took 2% equity, that's all. Deduction below CAPEX, deduction below OPEX, deduction below sunk costs. Rosim come through all Papagrana gives him only 1.2%, 0.8%. Rosim the display. Mr. Deputy Speaker, look at him talk to us. Leader Blong project area, me like him barely see you. Once me na you clear because signature blong but stop was some tete. Signature was said Juliet stop long lear. Signature was Somare stop long Ramu project. Signature of Rabbi Namali bin Saloblo program na mi sensin. Signature of Honorable Peter O'Neill but stop long Papua LNG. Miles of signature of James Marabe stop long Wafi. Where no got big lakaya come back to place now. Lord Islam fighter. Thank you, Mrs. Speaker.
The Honorable Member for Isipik, Provincial.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, long you giving me this time long. Asking one question in Noga talk sabe. This last scheme I'm by go long Minister long Health. Again, I'm related long all this la system issues you me looking long. Failure long, drug na, other medical supplies go along all PHAs. Mr. Deputy Speaker, given that our population numbers are now quite low based on the census, and our GDP numbers have been inflated, by 2027, we will, and as a result, we are now classed as a middle income nation. This means that by 2027, the Global Fund will no longer pay for 70% of our medicines. This means that 70% gap where now Global Fund will pay me, the PNG government has to pay for that. Therefore, it is important that we fix our procurement for the supply of medicines for our people. We can't afford to have situations that have been going on for the last 2 years, Mr. Deputy Speaker, where marasin is sought, now consumables is sought, na plan di presa iguan tablo all doctor, na all medical workers law, halivim all sick man law by marasin. Now, among the many recommendations that came from the PAC inquiry, led by the St. John a couple of years back, one of them was to replace the medical procurement and supplies branch, to replace the people in that branch with new people so that we could avoid some of the problems that were experienced back then. I also checked, the current companies. Most of us here, you may know Sawe good, you may know understand him good. Who are these companies that are involved in medical procurement? I used to always think that it was just Borneo Pacific, so I went and had a look. And I was surprised to find out that 70% of the medicines that we are currently being provided actually come from 3 companies that are owned by the same person, and it's not Borneo Pacific. So 2 of these companies were registered in 2016 and 2017, respectively. So they are new companies. Now, I don't call him name long all, and you can check him record them start long IPA. But all gonna desla name and look at all India or line come that part of the world. So, lo respect him all, don't call him, but question blomi em also. All question blomi em also, go long minister. Number 1, how many of the PAC inquiry recommendations have been actioned so far, including particularly the replacement of this line where I involved long procurement? Has that been done? Number 2 question. Given that the medicine shortage crisis, now you may face him long emia, can the minister inform this House and our people if tenders were sent out as per the Public Finance Management Act requirements? Or suppose no God, how was procurement done? Was it done via purchase orders? And number 2 question. Number 3, if tenders were properly awarded, why were those contracts not supplied? And we are facing this crisis now. Number 4, given that we are dealing with public funds, there's la money no blomibla, and taxpayers blomibla. Can the minister table a list of all of these medical suppliers and their current contract value so that the taxpayers, the hardworking taxpayers of Papua New Guinea, can know who is getting their money and for what purpose? Number 5, can the minister also give an undertaking to this House and to the people of this country that in future we will reduce the risk by not awarding more than 50% of all of these contracts to just one company or subsidiaries of the same company? Now, I might add, we are seeing a similar cartel of people who are applying for contracts under the Connect PNG Act as well. And all same line, that's only got different company name, 5 plus 6 plus only go now, only pass him talk now, only go now put him tender. So you may need law, look have a good na straight him, so that we are not held to ransom when one company picks up too many contracts and they are not able to meet those contracts and our people suffer. Mr. Speaker, our people deserve better. They are hearing of record budgets every year. This government needs to make sure that they feel the benefit of those record budgets. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
The Honourable Minister for Health.
Thank you very much, the Deputy Speaker. Thank you to the Governor for his speak for these very, very important questions. Yes, we're fully aware that the Global Fund at the moment will reduce the kind of support to our government because of the middle income status that we have. 70% of the funding that they normally support our government will now be reduced. We are fully aware of that, and we fully working with them, our government, to make sure that we will support. We're working with the Global Fund and other partners to make sure that we meet the gap on what we need to do as a government. The questions with regard to the medical supplies. Firstly, I was going to respond to Parliament last session with regard to the 5 recommendations that were done, 5 recommendations from Public Accounts Committee. I've instructed, I was not given the chance to respond to Parliament last session, so that particular information will be on the media on what we have done as the department to see to implement the 5 recommendations that was given to us by PAC back in 2018-2019. So the copy of that will be given to the Public Accounts Committee Chairman. At the same time, it will be on the media on what the department has done. That's regarding the 15 recommendations from PAC. with regard to people or companies who are being who are engaged by the department to undertake different procurement or different tendering with regard to medical supplies. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the process where department they make him, it is their own process that nablong. I'm not really privy on what the different contractors are engaged by the department. Only got process below. But the question I come today, a very, very important question. Maybe again, I can get a media statement on this one and publish all the companies that are engaged by the department. One of our contracts, all going to give him to date. We want to be very, very transparent as much as possible. We can list all the contractors that have been engaged to supply medical supplies. So, how many of them are doing the distribution of medical supplies in the country? We can actually, I will make sure that we have that list on the media so that all the line one of our companies are engaged by the department. All got process flow clear, but they got a procurement committee. He got to line staff making slow. But for the sake of this particular question, people can put him up long. Me ask him, Governor, all those questions. Me ask him today. A very important question, but we can take him some time long respond properly through a media statement. Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Thank you.
Pablo Goroka.
Speaker, question from me without notice. I'm going hard-working Minister of Culture and Tourism. Mr. Deputy Speaker, in charge of Eastern Islands or Goroka, we have a triple key institution and commanding the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. We have the National Film Institute, the National McCarthy Museum, and the Run Theatre, which also comes under the National Cultural Commission. Question to me, Mr. Speaker, I'm short blood as all. Through you, Mr. Speaker, people of the Eastern Islands, Nagoroka, or like Saweta Sol, when in plan blong, this is a triple key institution which all been established in Salo province. The Run Theatre, one icon blong islands, na in Salo Eastern Islands. Suppose now you go to Goroka, by looking this la icon blong mipla, I'm sorry, I'm bagarap, I'm dry. Na kunai tu, I'm rust. Na mipla got big pla issue. Na kind of some mipla sorry lo this la Osman blong mipla. So me asking Minister, when I'm playing, I think blow you revive him this la national icon blow you me inside the country. Number one question blow me. Number two question blow me. And this la National Film Institute where I'm stopping inside Goroka. National Film Institute blow Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker. It's a sleeping giant. The last time I'm mipla walking one bla good bla picture through lo this la commission and time lo tin piece na tukana. Now after that, the Midland working on film coming up now. Now, when I'm planning, I think blow him look up man revive him this la industry blow him in Salo country. I think the last picture where all joint venture are working and this la Papa Buka. And now you blare him and walk this la film and stream the world now. And people are interested in that film. People are interested in our culture. So me like asking good minister when I'm planning. Thinking blow you, lo this la budget, maybe like some money lo revive in this la tupla key institution or no what. The last question blow me, I'm the National McCarthy Museum where I'm Shiran long NSI, good minister, hardworking minister, through you, Speaker. Do you have any funding to upgrade that key institution where me storing all key or culture blow me blah, war relics blow me blah. This la museum was named after McCarthy or this la commander of the U.S. Allied Forces, General MacArthur, because during the invasion of the Philippines, also was na stop not Goroka na planning invasion of the Philippines na take off nago. That's why it was named after General MacArthur. So it's a legend. And one icon of me in Salo Eastern Islands, Gorokan Islands one time. So do you have plan to restore that museum? Thank you, Deputy Speaker.
The Minister for Culture and Tourism.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Mr. Deputy Speaker, me talk thank you. Long honorable member Long. Koroka, good luck question. Let me ask him. I think first luck question. He come lo ministry blow me since me come up minister long 9th of July 2024. So me talk thank you Thomas. So this good luck ask him and me promo he come. Mr. Speaker, tourism and me one big industry. Lo country blow you me. One kind also lo not country lo place ground you me stop lo in. Unfortunately and sadly, for over many years, this particular ministry has been neglected by successive government. And I make no apology. I make no apology. Last year, since I became minister, there was a budget of 15 million. And before end of the year 2024, I never received that 15 million, not even one single toy. This year I have a budget of 30 million. And even that 30 million, I have not received anything. I have gone across the country promoting culture and tourism, attending festivals, cultural events, cultural shows, making commitments. And people are commitment, 300,000 to cultural festivals, cultural events, 500,000 to provincial events. To date, I have not even paid one of those commitments. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I'm looking like a con man in this country. To the question of the good honorable member for Goroka, I have big plans to revive the tourism industry in our country. But if not properly supported by government, those plans are nothing, are worthless. The National Film Institute in Goroka is one of the oldest film institutes. And we can promote this film institute. We can revive it, but must be properly funded by the government. And same goes to the Round Theatre. I've gone there, I visited it, and I feel sorry for that particular building. It's in a very sorry state. How can I do it? I'm handicapped. Tourism is pot of gold in our country. We only talk about funding sustainable industries like tourism, like agriculture, like forestry and fisheries, but we are only paying lip service. I want to urge our government to look at maybe for next year's budget, for 2027 budget, I want to see an interventional budget where we allocate 500 million to tourism, 500 million to agriculture, fisheries and forestry. These are the backbone of the country. If we don't do it, we are going to continue to live on borrowed money. So, Mr. Speaker, me sorry through law industry where me limb, but I'm coming up with major reforms. Even our National Museum, we are still asking for money to install the new air conditioning system. Me wait yet. Me right in Pasiko come, me wait yet, na ba me wait yet. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Alakau.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Lo give look sa Lord people lo alotau. Question for me golo hardworking minister lo works na highways. In relation connect PNG. Mami focus in question lo Southern Corridor. The Magi Highway. Deputy Speaker, as we know, the Magi Highway is declared by the minister and start law escape in Alotau district and Peninsula 6 Mile Junction law must be northeast. Deputy Speaker, in June of this year, connecting this highway. That was the missing link between Central Province and Milimbe, and we celebrated this link, and of course our people were excited. The minister and the prime minister himself drove through the highway, and I had the courtesy of receiving them at the border. A few weeks ago, through you, Deputy Speaker, one of the biggest rivers that was an obstacle between Abao and Alota was the Magore Bridge. This bridge, thanks to our people of Cloudy Bay Timbers, all connecting this bridge or this link. It was a log bridge. Heavy rains have now caused this bridge to be washed away, and so hence it has caused the connection. We are not able to cross. It's disconnected us. There are 3 bridges in Abao, or rivers, that's also Bonua and Labu. Naika Tripla Waratulo, a lot of side, which is the Laimono, Wanigela, and Nigo Nigo. These are important infrastructures that will make this program successful, which is the bridge. To give him little background, Deputy Speaker, the Magi Highway has multiple contracts, including the TSSP program, lo Alotawi Kamlong, Bodab, Milimbe, na Central. We now also hear that there's also another contract from the border of Milimbe towards Central Province. At the same time, this TSSP program that is from Alotau to Sagarai Junction or to be taken to Garaisu, there is no clear indication on the details of this contract, whether it's a maintenance program or it is a road sealing program from Alotau to the border of Central and Milimbe. Deputy Speaker, therefore my questions are, can the minister come clear on the various contracts given on that highway, especially that section from East Cape to Sagarai? As you know, in my district, Deputy Speaker, me contribute to GDP of this country as a district. I have 4 timber concessions, 2,000 hectares of oil palm that has been in operation for the last 40 years. And this road is still the same for the last 40 years. So can the minister come clear on the details or the status of these contracts? Number one. Secondly, can the minister confirm whether there is an emergency plan on Magore Bridge, and if he's going to put up a bridge, is it going to be a permanent bridge, or are we going to put up a log bridge again? Safety and welfare of people, believe me, using all this road is important too. The third question, finally, Minister, can the minister confirm also me got plan whether aim by setting up checkpoints or some border control measures between provinces, just a similar setup where online blame Central Province put in Bautama. Because me too, me like controlling movement, all money come inside the province.
Yeah.
So whether he got plans to support him, you mean all provinces, lo put him on checkpoints along critical points, lo highways blame throughout the country. Because we also need to monitor whether illegal activities and illegal substances are moving between provinces as well. We can't just put control on airports and leave the highways open for this. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
Honourable Minister for Works.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Me too like this time lot of thank you, Lord. Good all questions. Ask him come long. Member Blalatau. But me respond lo third one past them but me go na tupla na ba me work statement. Time me apply connecting roads from one province to one province or districts around the country. Time apply walking road na go all almost 60 kilometers. All police too must behind him plalo put him all patrol posts. Or even provincial government want then DDA, they can put him all boom gates, control the movement along province to province. Mipla connectivity, mipla walking road tasol na go. So this corroboration can stop namel DDA, provincial government, also police. Long monitoring movement belong all people now also all illegal all movement all not movement. So this me work all police. Long tubla asking you first one lo bridge all bridge program lo mipla over the bridge now also lo contracts work long alatao me like make him clear some 6 mile 10 off or runabout na finish lo East Cape Maggie Highway. Maggie Highway, mipla I got contractors start lo Maggie Highway go finish lo. Maggie Highway, Maggie or Maggie Highway. Okay, Maggie Highway.
Order.
Maggie Highway go finish lo Morigina. Name lo display got all contractors. Only his start finish. Lo start lo Morigina golong Gaidasu. I'm cross to some 240 kilometers. Contract Emmy award finish next 2 or 3 weeks time by contractor Kisim. Contract lo start lo working road, Silim road start lo Morigina na Golo Gaidasu. Time run lo display road na Silim and by walk lo all bridges to one them. So mila appeal all people from along lo display road all Cloudy Bay, Amazon Bay, Gogotalo Gaidasu, display hub all bridge. Logging company stops so works pay logging company long working more routine maintenance now also straight in the road. Now straight in the bridge or logging bridge. But time contract is awarded, those logging bridges will go starting off as of next year. Time contract time start all the slow bridges by start low. Log bridge by go out now start or line bridge by go. Within the 240 kilometers, in 8 years' time, that road will be sealed from Morigina to Gaidasu. 4 sections, first section, second section, until 8 years, 10 years, and that road will be sealed. From Gaidasu, go down to Alatau. Now, Alatau go to East Cape. All from East Cape, come on top lo Alatau town, you got a routine maintenance and stop. Now we plan like giving maintenance, permanent maintenance from Alatau go back to East Cape. Lo stadium go to road. Because this road me start lo Wutung na finish lo East Cape. So we plan start work long end. Contract go out finish. Close to time only award him permanent contract from Alatau to East Cape. Okay, from Alatau to Gaidasu, he got half section from Alatau come long. Section where he got contractor, he gives him long-term contract underneath the TSSP program. So mipla he looking at him contractor performance all right. All right. So me want the prime minister go finish the road. Me go come to triple time finish. So mipla department he talk me instruct him department finish law. Talk lo distance short him distance so length long contractor go through lo this contract can review him contract long na shorten him length long start la lato kamantap lo pini or call him dalolo hill na kamantap lo sakarai. So anani lo la mountain na kam lo sakarai na kam lo Gaidasu. By me plan now long. Go PNC and then connect PNC me play Kisim. Start on next year. Pamla start work lo this la road lo Dalolo or Pini mountain and then lo foot lo mountain straight na kamo lo.
Kadasu, so mipla like Silims road to come, so. Time Morigina road Silgolo Gadasu, and mipla Silims road too long, Alato come towards Gadasu. So then this road, M1 blood, good blood road, where Eminablo, growing economy loss hub. For the first time, you may look in all medical supply start go through the road. Now, plan is something start go. That's why Connect PNC is a multi-sectoral program. Once people connect PNC go, police must be in him, agriculture must be in him. Honorable program, power, all telecommunications, so that in that way we deliver services to our government, to our people. That's why this program is up. So, milaga appeal of people from along Central Province, na Milin Bay, for the first time under this government through Connect PNC program, we can connect Alatau and Central for the first time. And now we are working on Gulf to Morobe. So once that is connected, we will go all the way to Wutung. So Wutung all the way to East Cape. So that's this government under the Marabaroso government Connect PNC program, and we will work long. So we are onto it. So me like appeal. Now talking member Blomi flexibility. Awesome, we are working on it, and who will help deliver these roads for you, for our people. Thank you. With the speaker.
We have a supplementary Deputy Opposition Leader.
My supplementary to the very good hardworking Works Minister and Brother Blomi. In relation to the same road, he has indicated that the bridge at Margora is confirmed a wood bridge, and also he has confirmed, indicated that the road is constructed a partial funding, not through fully by Connect PNG, but by a logging company. So my questions are these to Mr. Deputy Speaker, to you. Question number one, can he confirm and or deny that how did his department certify the wood bridge that is now washed away by the nature and has disconnected the whole country or that road? So is he confirmed that his department certified the wood bridge, and is it a bridge that we must use? Secondly, if his Connect PNG has actually funded that project or that road, would you indicate actually how much funding have you given under your Connect PNG program? Thank you.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Speaker, Deputy Speaker. Thank you for the good two questions. The bridge, the road from Morigina all the way to Alatau is a class 3 road. When we say class 3, it's a gravel road, and it's a pallet track. So along the way, you must put in all bridges, where log bridge, temporary bridges. So along the road, we have logging companies who build temporary bridges or bridges to take logs. The funding that comes are not from the logging company, but the fundings are from the Connect PNC program to fund them as contractors to get a temporary bridge over, bypass so that the road should continue. And this is the permanent bridges that we have been given contracts to contractors start moving come behind long, start move class 2 now, behind time or Silim road finish, it becomes a class 1 road. Class 1 road is a C road. But temporary roads are class 3 roads, and these are pallet tracks. So all bridges, long end, time road you go, bridge you go, road must go past them. Behind come back, contract you go finish, all contractors start move now. And by looking all line bridge, road by extend, good plan, and then becomes a class 1 road. So that's the process. So for our road from Morigina to Kadasu and Igo Osem, all contractors or logging companies are there on the ground. So we have an agreement, we have an arrangement, so we pay them to get a log bridge over so that
it is a temporary bridge. It's not a permanent bridge. So, Deputy Speaker, time also the contract now and we go out now. By you may look all unbridge per start of one. So, all local political bridge, you may talk about straight in can. And they are working right now to get the bridges over. And then we continue to have our people pass through. And then the contracts come, the contractor is on the ground, they will be start working on the permanent bridges. It's just like you build a bypass or wet crossing so the cars should move over.
Honorable Minister, I interrupt you. I know you have a length of reply to that, but I think you have replied much of it. I, on the chair, like to use the last 1 minute to give an opportunity to one of our member who has asked. And I asked the member for Como Julia to ask a question. So I'll use the last 1 minute to allow him to ask a question.
Thank you,
Honorable
Deputy
member for Como Julia.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, for allowing me to represent my people to raise their concern. So, first time through, before me asking, but before them, question go to Pedro Minister. We like to thank you, Minister Soroi. Lo pass him bill, lo amendment of Section 98. Come to follow Parliament, so me like appreciate him. Now, two lo increase him on behalf of the councillors. Lo for the first time, lo allocate him. Or budget blow, even though I'm not capturing jet law, or budget blow this year, but eventually, be it you got enough money, but you may allocate him. If for in preparation blow, allocate him 30,000 one council with on behalf of the all councillors throughout the country, me like talk thank you. Lord Islakaman want the motion lo support by you. Oh, question blow me, Igolo, Minister Blow Petroleum. It's going to be a series of questions. Question number 1, Section 98 amendment. Lo project, or before project, and me blog, or the open members, and plus some spectators. So, time for negotiation, and provincial government want them. LG presidents are sitting on the table. So, current arrangement will stop 30-70 bucks. This is like paving way, so. One time through, this like amendment section 98 by kick in, or by start. Question number 1, blow me. Question 2. What will happen to the existing all agreements or existing projects, like PNG LNG project, which we don't have a say in there? How are we going to fit in terms of benefits? You got some where you can look fit him all. Or maybe all affected all members, which missing out all benefits. So question number 2. Question number 3, time you plus animal PNG LNG agreement. Time will work in awareness, time will talk. Agreement review back at the interval of 10 years. So UBS agreement local boy, mino attending, me power ground but me stop me so much in times. Time you plus animal LBBSA law, one project areas. Me plus animal now community all BLOs working all awareness, all election mobile team, CAs come working awareness now. All government representatives to come working awareness na to. Bambla review every 10 years. Some block comments in 2009, then another review supposed to come up in 2019. Na third one by 2019. Na 2029. Na lifespan of PNG LNG agreement is 30 years. So 2019 agreement review no come up. So one time ba come up. Interview to clear laws la house na Papua New Guinea wanted more people blow me. Question number 3 or question number 4. O plenty of chiefs all known as all die finish. All equity na royalty money blow on estimate or delay coming up now. So one time through by this la payment ba come up. O claim within done 1 or 2 block in a working yet so. Lara Muset block, you got all issue, put him aside now, said them ready or get some money. In a view, I'm sorry, more people will me. Thank you.
The Honorable Minister of Petroleum.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Good question. Thank you, Mila. Thank you, Member for Coma Agreement and Vice Minister. Good question. Come no. sorry, Komahulia. Thank you, Vice Minister. No questions here. Yes, me almost that Section 98 and all amendments me pass him through Minister for Provincial Affairs come through. Time me system government, me one blah blah all members of Parliament me looking some blah or forestry projects stop no district blah me blah DDA no participation. No sir, me blah been pushing through government through caucus. Now you go no any scene and black some approval now come to Parliament and pass things. So me like thank you government too no side. Section 98 is an important amendment. Let me talk also now DDA by involve no most of the impact projects come no area blah blah. Now kiss him some blah benefits to go on back no people. Also me some question below him about PNG LNG and specifically one particular project no footprint na district below Komahulia. Also, I got big how much I'm asking because some benefits blow all district, no people blow district blow member, go back. Now me looking sour was all LLG, now provincial government been sit down time on negotiating this law agreement, a PNG LNG agreement, na UBSL, na LBSA. So this blah good question. But me looking most plenty or antap agreement no gas agreement blow PNG LNG come up in plenty district pinis. Na plenty district all affected them. Na big agreement no gas agreement me believe was even not touch him. But because he got all kind of laws and fiscal stability agreement is that pinis. Na people have been passing some strong law so no side law all proponents the developers blow this project me plan up. Or some sensitive law agreement. That's only come down no district level, no provincial government, LLG. People look studying the amendment good, department blooming studying the amendment good. Now looks at whether people can start sitting on the provincial government na or LLGs na you can see whether some of the benefits you can go no all district. But unfortunately, this means our some section. It may not look good yet. Those section amendments. People have been put him come where they got also call him lower retrospective impact no all agreement stop in is na. This law is stop past time yeah. Fiscal stability agreement yeah. So people by department will look inside and see whether people can sit on the provincial government na all LLG or local level government council. You can look see whether people can give him some benefits. He come back no district. So this plan we can answer him no existing project. But on Nubla project like I think Papua LNG, we got Billy was himself fiscal stability agreement go pinis, so he may abrusim go pinis. Pinning one kind, so we may lose him go pinis, but time no you start a development forum, me like asking more members of parliament or district all affected. You must come to development forum, now put him a question come on top, and we will sit on them all provincial government, no LLG, and you can see where they all can scale him some legal benefits, blow development levy, now royalties you go back in all districts. So question one me talks our name. Now play issue about and that so before we finish answer the question, you mean continue that's on petroleum, you mean continue forestry projects, you mean the agriculture project, this amendment no cover more kind impact project, no one district, no one province around the country believe me. But because remember, big impact is that because I think 70 to 80% or about 70% below PNG LNG affect him. Stop wellhead district. So the question is very important. Now the question is a review below PNG LNG associated landowner and provincial government agreement here. Umbrella agreement, all sectoral agreement the community. Yes, I will look into it. Now, suppose the question, maybe been boom some landowners, no hides, na. It comes on the Kutubu side. All been asking me no review. Yes, I will direct my department now. No looks how and agreement. Now, suppose me need no working review, but me working review. Now you go back and ask him provincial government or land LLG now district no come no meeting through this Nupla amendment. Now me again see whether me can review more benefits to go back all district. Important time. Sorry, true, I was. Or district all affected by it, people past government, looks our name, but under my watch, but we make sure that we blow a review. royalties and equity. Now, last question, Glenn. Royalties and equity, royalties meeting Mosem, only pay him directly go to MRDC. Now, equity, no PNG LNG, me come sit on no, all call him Croton. Croton, na currently me looks out, say, Mr. Manito, Kumul Petroleum at the moment. But me, I remember some sample disbursement, all development levies, and development levies sit on the central bank because some issues blow, all landowners association, you know, been clearing, but me, I remember some sample, all good plenty landowners now, association blow, the company blow, all his structure finish, no clearing. So, Mami sit down on the MRDC, now Mami talks on MRDC that where he got dispute, no associations, no company blow landowners, he stop, lose him stop. Where you no got dispute, no reforming finish, no legalizing finish, you may give benefits to people, it's plenty money die finish. So this is by me, member by me looks out and me implement him straight away. Equity is stop no Croton, this matter is still people negotiating go come. Now me bla Karim go no, me back some paper go no any scene, me bla must him decision quick because me got big blood thinking stop blood plan or leader man will be negotiating PNG LNG project now. Plenty all pass away now. Inox triple passing. Me bla holim stop yet no. Kumul Petroleum. We all power ground like him share all in equity blow must go. Me bla must clear him out now. Pass him go no online. And by under my watch, my okay member. Thank you very much.
The Honorable Minister for Admin Services.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I'd like to seek the leave of the chair to respond to the questions raised by the Governor for NCD yesterday.
Leave granted.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. The questions raised by the Governor for NCD yesterday were very important. And some of the questions that he raised were covered by the Special Parliamentary Committee report on the 2022 National General Elections. And much of the work we are undertaking is based on those recommendations that were made by the committee. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the first question that was asked was about the delays in the counting and declaration that prevented the Governor of NCD from participating in the election of the Prime Minister in 2012 and then in 2022. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the National Capital District as our capital city should be the easiest and one of the first electorates to be successfully completed and declared in the elections. It should be given premium status in the elections and used as a model electorate on how elections should be conducted and concluded in the country. If we fail to do this in the easiest electorate, Mr. Deputy Speaker, the challenges can only be difficult for the rest of the country. Mr. Deputy Speaker, we cannot change the past. However, we can certainly change the future. And the future is the migration from paper-based voting to a hybrid biometric and electronic voting. For biometric to work effectively in the country, Mr. Deputy Speaker, we must register all our citizens using biometric technology, and the good news is our NID registration is already utilizing this technology. Mr. Deputy Speaker, as of today, we have zoned the city into 84 registration sites, employed additional manpower, prepared both media and social media awareness and marketing strategies, stepped up security support, and we are ready to deploy 84 teams to conduct a full-on registration campaign in the city starting on the 1st of December. Our goal is to achieve 95% of registration of the city within the next 30 days. The PNG Civil and Identity Registry and the PNG Electoral Commission are both working in partnership in this effort to ensure NCD is the election model for the nation's registration strategy. This is also the discussions, there is also discussions to bring external help to complete the registration for the rest of the country.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, there are also plans to have a dedicated NCD election operation center that will monitor logistics and security and possibly implement the hybrid biometric and electronic voting and account, which could be piloted in the 2027 national general elections. These measures will ensure that the National Capital District will be one of the first electorates to be declared in the 2027 general elections. Mr. Deputy Speaker, to further strengthen the work that is going to be taken on the 1st of December, to date, within the last 3 months, we have printed and issued over 500,000 NID cards, which we are now currently distributing to our citizens that have been long awaiting for to be done. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the second question, we must ensure special circumstances used in the Southern Highlands in 2017 and 2022 elections must not be used again in Papua New Guinea. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the election reforms is also targeting legislative amendments to strengthen the election process and also ensure we capture the migration from paper voting to biometric and electronic voting in the very near future. With the recently created vacancy of the role of the Electoral Commissioner, our Prime Minister has instructed for the position of the Electoral Commissioner to be advertised both locally and internationally so that we can find the best commissioner to take us to the 2027 national general elections. The new commissioner will work with the relevant government agencies to tighten the legal framework to prevent such circumstances from happening again. For now, the legislative reforms are currently being reviewed by the Constitutional and Law Reform Commission and the Department of Justice and Attorney General to ensure the criteria for declarations are very clear. These legislative reforms will be required for Parliament to ratify no later than the 16th of September 2026. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the third question, what plans do we have in place for one person, one vote, and avoid double voting, avoid ballot stuffing, and avoid hijacking of the ballot boxes? Mr. Deputy Speaker, the biometric and electronic voting technology companies in the global market have demonstrated a variety of system options and can even tailor a system to suit our country's voting conditions. We can use biometric verification to identify individuals through NID card, through the use of fingerprint, and through facial recognition for validation. By using this method of identification, the system will recognize once, register you once, and allow you to vote once. The technology enhances, strengthens, and restores credibility to the election process. We can also use electronic voting kits to ensure one person, one vote is registered and encrypted for data credibility and data security. The kits can be designed to be activated at the polling site using either a single or multiple passwords to activate the kits. The kits can also be geofenced up to 100 meters GPS radius, and it will only be activated within that confined GPS location. If we use ballot papers as part of the hybrid system, the kits can be designed to recognize the security features, both visible and invisible, and accept the vote. Mr. Deputy Speaker, at the end of the day, the election results for the polling sites can be transmitted using either telecommunication towers or satellite and transmit to a central counting location in Port Moresby. You can also establish transparency centers in every province so that everyone can monitor the results of their candidates and also observe the result of the entire country. If all the polling sites can send the results to the central counting center in 1 hour, all 118 seats can be declared in an hour. This is the technology that is available for us to use. Mr. Deputy Speaker, we must also implement and continue to implement tougher penalties as deterrents. Our lack of enforcement continues to give leverage to those rogue candidates that continue and may continue to try to continue to derail the efforts of the elections. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the fourth question, protecting women's rights to vote freely. Mr. Deputy Speaker, in the recent national population census count, 49% of our population were women, and by right, women can contribute 49% of the winning margins of candidates in elections. The biometric and electronic system will give women the same voting rights as men. Their NID, fingerprints, and facial recognition will provide their fundamental right to vote. Without these reforms, we can expect the same outcomes in the elections. The fifth question, should we engage foreign troops like New Zealand in the 2027 general election? Mr. Speaker or Deputy Speaker, the conduct of the national elections is a sovereign and constitutional responsibility of Papua New Guinea. Engaging foreign troops will only undermine us as a country. There is discussions happening currently to look at possibly engaging military through a national election call-out. This approach is similar to the practices in Southeast Asian countries, for example, in Philippines and in Indonesia, where their military participate in election security whilst the police force concentrate on law and order matters. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I hope these answers have provided some assurance to the good governor and to our country that the reforms we are undertaking will make a progressive difference towards the future. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.
Honourable members, grievance debate. The opposition leader.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Logim napla opportunity kam lo mipla lo pushing lo tok na misa planti online lo team lo mipla tu by like lo tok lo this la time lo grievance debate. I would like to also take this opportunity to thank the hardworking Minister Time Yukaram Dusla bill kam lo including more districts go inside law development law nation blaming, and especially when it comes to project implementations in the provinces that now includes districts. Good call, and Minister, I congratulate you for a job well done. Mr. Deputy Speaker, Assistant Speaker, Mr. Assistant Speaker, just a few minutes ago, there was a question that was asked by the member for Alatau to the Minister for Works, and a supplementary as well, taken by the Deputy Opposition Leader. Time Minister for Works answering this question, and talk also national government through has provided some funding to the logging companies so that logging companies can continue working inside the logging areas. Me sit down, me harim this la, and me am creating little consent from that. So me like, lo this la Johnsha, put him little talk go lo this la discussions. At the same time, me like talk more lo question me been asking Prime Minister a few days ago. It is very interesting, Mr. Assistant Speaker, to hear that national government and the departments fund, assist, or contribute funds to logging companies
to build bridges and continue to maintain the roads they're working on. It concerns me because we have LMA agreements with those logging companies. We have LMA logging marketing agreements with those companies. We also have levy agreements with those logging companies. We have development levies for those purposes. All government has to do is call those companies in and advise them that you have neglected your responsibility. It is their duty to fix that road, not us giving them more money. They are double dipping. Oklo double dip. And responsibility belongs to our company who are operating in our districts and our provinces to make certain that they maintain those roads, whether it's for their business or for our business. They operate in our country. They have to comply to certain agreements that they sign with the districts and the provinces and the national governments. My dear brother, Minister for Works.
Deputy Prime Minister, we have a point of order from Minister for Works. What's your point of order?
My point of order is those all agreements that he's referring to, the opposition leader is referring to, the agreements are arranged with the landowners, and the company will deliver services to the landowners in terms of aid post, in terms of vulnerable programs, community oriented programs. Also, LEDs are also provided through forestry, logging along all members or governors, local delivery more services. For the case of this road, is a national road, and there is an agreement between forestry and the works, and it is just a national road within the road corridor. Within the road corridor, that because the contractor is, the logging companies are on the ground, and good plan use him, contractors law, straight him, road you go, so national road you can go. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister for Works. Thank you for your explanation. I will rule your point of order out of order. It's a grievance debate. I will let the opposition leader complete this debate. Go ahead, opposition leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. Assistant Speaker. Inaba, you had him 2 minutes, go back to time, blow me. So we can talk, click. Mr. Assistant Speaker, these roads that we're talking about, they may be national roads, but they run into landowner ground law, people blaming. And so those agreements also are covered in those arrangements. And so, anyway, explain, please, Minister for Works has explained and given his undertaking that those are national roads, but my only concern is every national road that we build, for example, east to west New Britain, they are built by logging companies, and they are built because there is a agreement between landowners, between provincial governments and districts. And those agreements must be also picked up by national organizations or sectors. Mr. Assistant Speaker, it brings me to the next question, and that is, whilst we're getting the logging companies to build the roads for us, you mean our national government, through the treasurer, through the finance minister, and through the prime minister, that we must return municipal people, the levies, back to the districts. Okay. Today, our people in Milne Bay are still waiting. For instance, the people of Alota Open are still waiting for their 15 million plus levies to be sent to the districts. And if these monies are sent back to the districts and the provinces, some work you play national government workload working through Connect PNG or health or education, those can be taken care for by these levies that we are now discussing. And so, Mr. Speaker, Assistant Speaker, when the time you passing the bill just yesterday, the amended bill, now you may include more districts come inside. Myanmar also you may now including more districts come inside. So, time money blow districts come, you are not going to hold him law provinces or national government. Release him go law provinces because districts because Mipla law district too. Mipla got plenty work law working. Plenty work law working. I got last 4 minutes. Now I'll jump into the question that I asked the Prime Minister the other day with regards to our company work law working Kissim license law working exploration law districts. Mr. Assistant Speaker, I was so concerned when I raised this issue regarding the beautiful island of Good Enough. That's the reason why they call it Good Enough, because it's good than better any other district in the country.
Just good enough. Just good
So, good enough, full stop.
Just good enough.
When I raised this question to the Prime Minister, I was actually very concerned in that a company like go down and work in exploration, and let me put it clear for all people blaming the country to understand. I'm not one who's against mining in the country. Country needs mining to sustain itself. So time behind in process, and this process, mioklo against him. Time me go back na mioklo look law blaming yet, the extractive industry. It is clearly stipulated that before any export, any EL is provided, exploration license. Number one, Mr. Assistant Speaker, warden's hearing must be done first. Consultation below Papa ground must be done first. Go talk some people past time. Kisim talk all right blow past time. Time more people talk all right. Behind you gonna, department can give exploration license. And whilst I was asking the Prime Minister this question, the export license was already granted to this company. It was already granted to this company. That's why I was very concerned that we jump from wherever we are to the last process. The first process wasn't done. The consultation with the landowners wasn't done. And even if the consultation was done, and Prime Minister, I want to thank you that your Chief of Staff has quickly got into this. I've received a letter from the department, and they've explained to me, but the explanation has come short to tell me that they will cancel the exploration license first. They've admitted now that they've already given the exploration license, whilst the warden's hearing is yet to be done. Yeah. So that letter is with me now. And so, me yet, but me organize him DDA blow me, Mr. Assistant Speaker, but go down now, people blow good enough come. Now, talking about some exploration license has already been granted. Now, there's a response to that letter been prepared now to go to the department and to the Prime Minister's department to advise them that me play how much law you play shortcut law process. Now, as a government, you mean talk law, respecting people blame me. Now, walk one time or people blame me. Now, play something, Mr. Speaker, in the last 1 minute. Please, time you walk one time all governors, you must walk one time all open members. Because interest blow, governor, one kind of some interest blow open member. Me plus stop close to one time all people there. Me plus sleep na kill up one time all people. Now interest blow governor, I'm kissing you plan action interest blow governor.
Talking more.
You must put him interest blow people first. So, Prime Minister, I thank you for your response the other day. I thank you for your response the other day, Prime Minister, and I look forward to your action in putting a stop to that EL, exploration license. Now, you walk good past the month of people blame me. All people blame me how much? Now, you mean how much? Walk by go. Let me finish by saying this one more time. Former Agriculture Minister, you sit down on the backside. Walk him good enough in terms of cocoa development. He's doing very, very well. Now, current Agriculture Minister, you give me some more money. Behind him, Baratablo Igoroka. Now, give him money come. Now, me play by walk. Now, you play by how much? Me play by how much? Our people are happy with the development of cocoa on the island. Now, me play like awesome. You me walk, one time all people blame me. All people blame me how much? You me too by Hamas. Thank you, Mr. Assistant Speaker.
Thank you, Deputy. Thank you, Opposition Leader. Governor for Enga.
Thank you, Assistant Speaker. You good plan, Master. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing the good people of Enga. Firstly, me like kissing this opportunity on behalf of my people of Enga Province to generally apologize to the people of this country in that we've since 2022 to today we have had numerous law and order issues, especially tribal conflicts in the province, and with the current technology that's available, it's things that are happening in Enga, but it's portrayed a bad image of this country. So it is only proper that I, representing my good and bad people of Enga, apologize and say sorry to our good people of this country. I hope that we can all try and work towards making our place, our country, a better place by managing law and order over the next few years. I just want to also, Assistant Speaker, Mila talk also me been to plenty time. You me leader, now you me come up long last meeting long this here. I'm next year that's on by me go election can. I think last day Prime Minister I talk long reset long country. Now how by me go forward? Now I think also one plus India here. Me pity it is only fair for me as a long-serving politician to say some things that need to be said. And one person me like totally me whole members belong this parliament emotion. This country by Taplo 1.5 you leader by like Staplo. We leaders will determine where our country is going to be. You like him in Staplo one good place, and you leader by determining. So this country go back up, and you by determining. So the buck stops with us. Now, me asking me all member, or say ma, you leader belong country and all pigini blame me, all grandchildren blame me. Sinan belong all them, but depend on one is you me working. Me stop 97 coming up today, and we are not tracking well as a nation. 97 me come long in. System me all get a public service. He work. I'm a politician, you know, stop all get up. So what you mean sense in this country for the good of our people, but you don't have stop member forever. By me exit here, by me go to street and stuff. When we are here, we have got to make sure that this country that we will live in has to be in a better place. There needs to be some tough decisions that need to be made. So what's the system in a work? You and me, all this leader, all this parliament must adjust him mindset, blame me. Must straight in country blame. No got narble man back and fixing this country. For instance, we have to look at how you may handle him. Now set him up for DDA. How you may work long, selling money go long community. Attitude belong on man is sanis. Time me play politician is handling money. What behind him you play project manager? And more look at you know some leader more. Oh, come to 6 o'clock house blue, you know, Karimon Black every long community come. Like I long and come house do a blue. This the mindset by Sunny suppose you miss and cemetery to blame. Why now get our line you walk long, fight long council? Because you may put in pay go inside. Me councillor 18 years and volunteer work here. You think in community? You put the money, go and become a councillor or 7 more people blame you inside long community. Now you look him, oh, got a rascal man, kind man, all fight long staff councillor, not because they want to serve the community. Well, I remember all kisim fortnight pay. I'll fight for fortnight pay. So this is money. Money me country blame. So you must look now. How by you started this kind of thing. Yes, you may walk to talk to public service or not deliver. Now you may yet like deliver. That's what you look in one apps. Place you may stop long hand. That's a country. You mean leader, you got whip here. You mean sit down no place law working legislation. You may get managing performance belong or public service. You may got whip. You must give him responsibility go back long. Let him work. You may work or some legislators. You may got oversight because we got a mandate. We've got a special mandate. People belong place legally man or big man and give him mandate lo you. So you may got right long. Look long. Or service delivery. But you know me no say me yet can go working books. So what's this trend go yet? I'm only mentioning it now because Hungary blow money in a press cycle of Prime Minister will go yet. Now people think that we ourselves think that 10 million is not enough. By me asking them 20 million. By me asking them 30 million. One map by me stop. So, behind total Prime Minister, I mean, not total, but them didn't vote blame me. It's got to come from us ourselves. Make some decision and say, you know, we will do this for the sake of our country. So, losing one them, your leader, you know, I thought that it's best that somebody say something like this, so that we can take some responsible decision. Now, you will sign him Form 11 there. Plenty blow you back or Karabus. One law give me authority to sign him Form 11 and Minnesota. One law. Yes, he got financial instruction stuff. And work for public service. Why are we trying to get ourselves into trouble? Huh? This is the truth. Isn't it? If it is wrong, you must stop. For the sake of our country. So I must admit that we ever had to look at ourselves or me talk also. That's all I know and me like come back learn. Me looking one black and perception of people below me, so me like sharing what you All thing you carry money. Second thing is that they think that me or legislators. And what blame me or run go stop in trouble fight. Whether we go fiscally, nothing, or you carry money back, or like me one. Mindset blow, people blame me. I only know some one can system and stable country blame. So me like talk clear or say, look, sad blow me lo province. Me stop quiet, yeah. Because I am somebody who believes in the systems of government. People who are supposed to do their one kind of responsibility in a role, all must work in. Work below me or some governor of the province. Me must provide him leadership, talk to all people or some educate him all or some. You bring him law, I mean a good plan to you. You fight, you buy and die. You no can fight. Work below me. For 29 years, every year, wherever I go, I've been talking about law and order. That's my job. Time all people fight na making about stop. I mean work blow, you mean leader along go send up law, namal blow fight. Emol Burgim law, they are now criminals. Criminal there. And work blow police law. Gonna enforce him law. Enforcement must come up. Legally something or some will carry a bush sniper road na stop here. And will carry offensive weapon. That's an offensive weapon. That's all carry around yet. No enforcement. So some na me will total police over a time so Me sabi ibla plan the less lo milo to roll this la. That's who else is going to do that job? We have to fix the police force. We have to fix other institutions that are not doing the job. Legislators, executive government, to ensure that the systems are actually functioning. If they are not functioning, well, we must not protect individuals at the expense of one man by Bagarawan country staff. So we must make him some kind of decision. I have an illegal mining in Pogra since him start. Still illegal miners stuff. Now security forces Albin still stuff.
Honorable Governor, I have to interrupt you. You've gone past your time. Please conclude your grievance
Okay,
debate.
I will conclude it just by saying that. I just want to conclude by saying that we need to do what we have to do as members of this parliament to ensure that we have a better country going forward. So I've endorsed what the Prime Minister has been trying to say, but I think we need to take some drastic action, and our mindset must change from this parliament. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Member for Sinobundi.
Assistant Speaker, the recognizing voice, Blo Usinobundi, Gamana, Madang Province one time. Nami almost truly sit down this chair. Makes you strong and top player too. Thank you. Me talk thank you long. Firstly, before me expressing grievance, me like talk thank you long. Minister of International Trade long asked to talk out, not talk clear. Also PMIZ, subject of PMIZ lo madang ba kick off lo next year. As madang citizen, na proud citizen of Papua New Guinea, me look sour lo importance plus la project. The magnitude that it will have and the impact that it will have on our economy, for the province and for the country as a whole. It's Pacific Maritime Industrial Zone. Me not think what's a Pacific Maritime Industrial Zone bastalo country, but I'm bastablo madang na me mastru. But before lo mipla visit him subject na before any major impact will come up next year, you got some enabling effects, enabling component must be in place inside lo madang. Me like him also mipla must reset the madang because this project is a very special project benefiting the entire country. Number resetting cost based nation as a whole, number affecting budget limit to the subsequent years ahead. I must plan man by this I must plan employees, but this project by employing, but I believe it's about 15 to 30,000 employees, 50,000 employees, and that's a very big impact project in the country. But madam, right now I'm facing plenty of challenges. Brother, me governor, I'm raising plenty of voices, no concerns, madam. But me like talk out, not talk clear. So me too, me got some concern, madam. This project will come up, but what about our airport? Airport, me blame stop the one Parling State. Time go put on the madam, me no mamas. Aba me play welcoming this big play impact project. Na airport me play struggle na stop na face play put down. Reset madam. Me play like you special attention and focus, special package program the madam. No coincide one time this major development impact project where I'm affecting cost this country. Airport me play needing immediate intervention. Na rescue package no bringing face no this and reflecting face those big project because people will fly in and out of this airport. All the trading partners will come through this project, they will fly in and out of this airport. But right now, the airport as it is, me not think I'm ready to international visitors coming to madam. It's a sad scenario. Number two, major highway system connecting madam and Ramun or come down. Plenty hold-ups, this region. Plenty hold-ups. Every 2 weeks, you got hold-up between between Papua and Kamantap Usino. Almost every 2 weeks, got hold-up. Now, suppose this project and kick in. They're expecting that number of employees. Imagine the traffic and flow go down to Madang town. Now, go to Madang. More number of people will travel. More goods and services will flow in that region.
Now more or other issues pa want up to, but we need to fix that road. Make him safe. Now no got problems so that all man must flow and service must flow to preparation for this big impact project when we come up longer. No other issues, we have to have a combined package for that. We welcome in this major impact project but come up, we plan to address him, systematically address him, no another issue, now tackle him. We prepare this project come up. You know, the project come up, no other issues too, and go on top at the same time. In that way, and by blessing this project, Lamarang, a good face plus project come up in Lamarang province. Health system, one hospital, that's all a model on. Thinking this big impact project but come up, I must man but flat going to the modern provincial hospital. Right now, I see this. But provincial hospital, I'm struggling maintaining the current number of patients who are going to the hospital. We need to look at plan 2. At least two provincial, level 4 hospitals or level 3 hospitals close to the vicinity of the impact project. So that time project can kickstart, we have no problem inflows on patients. We have to effectively manage him. It's all part of the development package. And also major concerns we got. Now me like him also, time we planning this Pacific Maritime Industrial Zone, we must get on reset package blomarang to. Lo complementing this effort we discuss this development project there. And the big development project so me like him also me look specifically lo this because there is no such project like this but come up in the country but it's the Pacific Maritime Industrial Zone but come up in the Maritime must go specific look sour lo complementing this big development project when come up because I'm affecting all facets of the society so people must ready lo address him in all these angles. Thank you and Lily grievance me come out. Thank you.
Thank you, Member for Sunabundi. Member for Koyari, Hiri.
Thank you, Speaker, looks like blue, grievance for me. Grievance for me, we work lo worry lo Central Province Ken. Parliament by come go finish now. No go bla talk lo Central Province Hospital no house sick. Me are mosem one kind time was 5 years ago, this kind time. Former governor one time, Prime Minister Golo Bautamana opening one plan, making groundbreaking ceremony because a national project. Iran Buruk na stop yet. Signpost as well stop na. People of Central Province will sleep outside lol. Ask lo marmar na all. One lot, grass array lo drain lo 3 mile stop. Na mi plus a cab city stop lo area street looks away. Mi plus a cab lo 4 mile. Kinamat. Stop and Shop, Gereu, because we don't know to lo place town ya. Time Papua New Guinea is 1975 independence. Mipla Papua New Guinea town blo mipla must be. Papa blo mi, mama blo mi, tumna blo mi. Okada come school, emeka ukara wanikanai, all come stop lo ya. Even today, to this day, our basic infrastructure, basic service law, saving government. Imi oklo tokyo big law something law. Good project or country. Now all people are publicly the same look similar projects, similar services. Central Province. You lose 20 billion to Central Province. Me no sabe. Trabla 30 billion project budget this year by look sabe Central Province too. No gato. This Lao sick by come out. No gato. Big plastic. Last week that's all we go law. Mog. Even mortuary blame me to even need to upgrade. Well, loved ones blame me go sleep with some anymore. Or also had to talk here. There was a mess bureau last week. A man carrying Muslim meat nothing can put him on top of the place. No, it's not a good sight. We're trying to go and receive our loved ones from here. All massa talk. You like looking leadership or look. Country or government, okay, go law sick, no look at sick. Suppose we Central Province, people don't go even go judging me plateau. Me work looks out in previous to me. You like taking time, please, Minister. You.
Member for Kariko Hiri, I will ask you to resume your seat. Minister for Health, what's your point of order?
Thank you. It's important that the government must give a point with regard to Central Provincial Hospital. We had some resistance from the governor, good governor, writing to my office saying that the provincial housing should not go ahead, and there was some delay in that. We have resolved those, and the project is actually now in full detail, and we are proceeding with the project. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister for Health, for your little bit of clarification, but I'll rule your point of order out of order. I will not entertain any more point of orders. This is a grievance debate, and let every member of parliament conclude their grievance debate. You may resume your grievance debate. Honourable
you.
Member for Kirikoyar.
Thank you, Assistant Speaker. Law. Allowing me to continue. I thank you, Law. Even good Minister looking some like enlightenment or looks tintin Law. When I'm development ko kamal Laosik, Laosik ya 5 lakh pesos finish na no come up na 5 lakh budget cycles finish na no got looks ave. Ye true also maybe governor blame me make some like letter but project look government national project. No got politician. Member, council, or president, or governor by Kamna, stopping work, handwork law, national government. National government got power and resource now, direction. One can say, me president, the complaint connect PNG. No, I can't man by stopping him. Work and work, go yeah. So I'm continue. So you may need law, just continue with this work. With how much minister yet he talk out and talk close and by continue on this project. My project and no got man by stopping. So you may must look in, walk through, come up straight. Money mark law. Come up in work here must come up because plenty study come must 2 or 3 different studies. Yeah. Study pull up law this law sick here. You must say by killing me law this last study as well. But it's true. Remember all government machinery law on the ground, we block law to primary health care. Now even you require area law 60 straight and we no got house, no got on facility. You go so looking better. Support law, seeking support law, Ubla Minister of Land Blue Mill. Looks out some like a level 4, level 4 law. Are law, Barakau so sleeping between Mospina, Quikila by slap facility by stop. Because I give a stop on our side, Magi away 2 sides, my swamp can stop. So this lab request them go finish milk, waiting some like a response that talks out to some more member, thank you, acknowledge him, and let up you. Now, Mibla go sit down story finish, but them. Suddenly, lo talk so me out into so. Suddenly, people. So, you know, this allocations now. Well, work lo make him now. Kubla member now. Kubla land planning leaders lawyer out him. Kubla talk lo side lo and odana. Main concerns lo basic services. Before I was disturbed, I was making a point. As a national leader, primary health care important, specialist facilities also important, pharmaceutical supply incredibly important, but equally important. Time you like go losing the ground. How boy you may go sleeping all man too, please. You must look like this la too. You must look like this la. You know good plus stress, good plus sight. I don't know how we're going to do this, but something like come out him so you can talk now, scale him. And that's how we help each other in thinking and thinking together, reaching resolutions together, and moving forward together. Just the same way, we took an incredibly bipartisan approach, and the good minister for intergovernment relations brought one single small amendment that will create the cost of resource benefit distribution in this country. I want to commend the Minister for Intergovernment Relations and Honorable Soroy Marapo, and this opening your doors to discussing these important matters of national interest, and now it changes the course of our distributions. On the same note, I want to express just a bit of a short grievance in the sense of the PAC making recommendations in 2020, that's 5 years ago. One of the many recommendations was to, interventions to be made, including including creating a national pharmaceutical authority of sorts. We just recently, in the last 2 months, we've had a hospital shut down. Supply chain is just broken. Clearly, we have to take serious stock of these interventions that government systems expended so much of taxpayers' money in conducting inquiries and recommendations made, collecting dust. Many of these reports, I fear, will follow the same suit. But many, as they say, Rome wasn't built in one day. We will have our political difference. We will have our policy points of finer points of policy differences. We understand and we must be patient to some degree. And only time will tell, and we only have the benefit of hindsight. So on good faith, we commend him. Our interventions must karam kai sooner rather than later, because life will continue. Beginning born, come up, we put them through the basic services of education and health. Look at him, old man, Mary going up, even die belong to incredibly important. At the center of all our decisions must be the people of our country. You must think him or people below me. You become here because people below me. So whether you wearing blue or me wearing red or me wearing purple or different color, people important. And because of these people, me raise him immediate and urgent intervention. The pressure law health minister want them online blue me government law. Please think him good central province blue me, house sick blue me, level 4 blue me. It's very, very important now. It will. It's a life-saving intervention between Quickila and Mosby. Agevaru is doing fantastically well in Kairuku. It also serves people who require around Vanapa, Brown area. And I raised some issues yesterday, but I'm also hoping that many of these things we discuss in this holy, I call holy house. Words create life, and will be created out of these words that we create and we deliver on this floor for our people. God bless Papua New Guinea. God bless you, Milgatalo. Christmas, you may go back now. I know after budget, but you may get a rice now go back. Look at your family and look at what people blame me. And we'll see you back in 2026. Thank you, Brother Kalam Day.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Hiriko Governor for Horo.
Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to say a few words in regards to a few issues of grievance that I have. One of which I just want to mention is, in addition to the comments made or the response made by our Prime Minister to a question asked of him regarding Wafi Golpu, I just want to commend him for that effort to ensure that the people, our people, get better benefits from these resource projects, that districts and provinces are also involved in these efforts. Oftentimes we see developers turn up, they grab a permit or license from Waigani, and they turn up to a province, to a district, without the knowledge of the district, without the knowledge of the province, and often without the knowledge of the landowners. They gather these landowners of theirs from the back of Boroko Post Office or somewhere. You know, we know these characters carrying their manila folders and walking through all the corridors, lobbying for whatever. Most of them are actually not landowners. That's why they're here in Mosby. The genuine landowners are actually on their land, in their district, in their province. And oftentimes they're ignored, overlooked. So I want to commend the Prime Minister for making this effort. He himself, being a resource owner, coming from a resource area and having gotten himself involved from the ground up, is aware of the importance of these efforts. And I just want to add that, Prime Minister, please don't forget the Mambara project and the Wawagep project in our province. We require funding to assist our landowners from these two areas. Very large nickel and copper deposits in these areas in our province. And we would like to work with the national government and screen the developers that are coming into our province. Now, here's the issue I want to talk about. It seems that the systems we have, and I refer especially to mining, are such that we are issuing permits and licenses to all manner of characters. Many of these characters are boutique operators. They don't have the wherewithal to actually develop those projects. They come and they develop them to a stage where they can then auction them or sell them off to the highest bidder, often with very little to no benefit at all to the resource owners, to the district or the province. This has to stop. We have to review these laws. We have to make them our laws. Many of these laws are colonial laws. They're not our laws. They're laws that were created by the colonial powers to benefit them, not us. That review is yet to be undertaken to some holistic effort where we can be satisfied that we are actually putting in place our laws to protect our interests, to benefit our people. So, Prime Minister, I want us to take it one step further and develop a template which can be applied to all such resource projects. So it's not just, say, the people of Wafi Gopu who will benefit or the people of some other area that will benefit while others have to struggle and find their own way to do it. But let's develop a template where it's clear what it is that's supposed to go to the landowners, the resource owners, what is supposed to go to the district, and what is supposed to go to the province and to the national government. And I must say, this habit of wardens' hearings being carried out without informing the provinces or the districts has to stop. Who sponsors these wardens' hearings? Oftentimes it's sponsored by the developers. The developers, they shouldn't be sponsoring this. That's a conflict of interest. Wardens' hearings should be done in a holistic manner whereby the national government communicates with the provincial government and the district government, and everyone is there present with the genuine landowners, not the ones that you are collecting from the back of Borgo Post Office or somewhere else. And that process must be followed until we are all satisfied that we are dealing with a credible developer. Credible developer. Our gates are so wide open that all types of creatures are coming into this country. Many of them are not genuine. They don't care about you and I, or our people, or our future. Classic example is how we went and signed that ridiculous arrangement with a company that became a monopoly for petroleum products in this country. I won't mention that company. We all know this company. When they were forced to pay, they decided to sell off to another similar character that is now holding our country to ransom. Again, I won't mention that company, but we all know this company. That's my particular grievance debate on this issue to do with mining resource or mineral resources or such resources. The other matter I wish to raise is to do with the Protection of Transport Infrastructure Act 2010. That act was specifically created to prevent the abuse or destruction, vandalism of transport infrastructure. But it has never been enforced till now. For instance, when we talk about roadblocks, roadblocks are everywhere. People put up roadblocks whenever they feel like it. Even here in Mosby, it's happening. And nothing is done about it. They'll put a roadblock on the pretext of patching a pothole, and then they'll compel motorists to pay as they pass by. In some instances, they do this and then they commit serious crimes, violent crimes, especially against our most vulnerable, our women motorists, for instance. And these roadblocks are causing a lot of problems in the whole of this country. My province especially, they put up roadblocks frequently, almost on a weekly basis. We report them to the police will turn up and dismantle the roadblocks, but never arrest the people who are perpetrating these roadblocks. That's why this act was created. And the penalties are quite severe. They range from 50,000 to 1 million kina and 7 years in prison. And they were contained in Part 4 of that particular act. Now, I've consulted my police, my PPC, and I've asked, and he said, we are yet to put together the wording of charges so that we can charge these people. Because there's been no training or there's been no effort in the police force or the Attorney General's office to bring the police together and say, those who are operating at the front lines, this is what happens when a roadblock is conducted and how you deal with it. So, Minister for Police and Attorney General, please take note. This needs to be done. If we can't enforce these little laws, then we are lost when it comes to enforcing larger laws. I mean, they're doing it here in Port Moresby. In Port Moresby, 6 Mile is one of the favorite places I notice roadblocks, and also in town. They'll put up roadblocks there. on the pretext of fixing a pothole. In my province, they put them up on a weekly basis. Someone's pussycat died, they'll put a roadblock up there on the spot. And they will block traffic from the wharf all the way to town, causing serious inconvenience to all the citizens of that province. So something needs to be done about it. Minister of Police, please take note and take action on this particular matter. The other grievance debate issue that I have, which I wish to raise, is a question that I had wanted to ask to our very good Minister for Department of Provincial and Local Level Government, who is doing a magnificent job. I commend you, Minister, and Prime Minister. This is one of your ministers who is a performing minister. Performing minister. In fact, I should say, Prime Minister, you should, on a 6 monthly basis, publish the performance contract of your ministers. And we can see which ones are performing and which ones are not performing. There are many capable people in here who can take over from those who are not performing. Yeah. In that way, we are really being transparent. Just a suggestion. But anyhow, the questions I had wanted to raise were in regards to a governors' conference that was held in August this year. Okay? And some very good conclusions came out of that particular conference. Okay, now the governors have been complaining and raising their concerns about all manner of issues, including block grants and direct funding to the police in the provinces, direct decentralization of works in the province. And I know the good Minister for Works, who gets so many questions, has been working on this. He's also another performing minister. I will commend him for this, you know. But I wanted to ask, and good Minister, you can take note and perhaps next week when we continue, maybe answer. After that conclusion, the governors had brought their issues to a technical committee that you had established, led by Dr. Thomas Webster, one of our most eminent experts, academics, who is very knowledgeable about districts and provincial government systems, and who is very knowledgeable about the 1995 reforms that we've spoken on at great length in this parliament, the 95 reforms, where we fixed something that wasn't broken, you know, in 95. In fact, many of the problems that we talk about here are caused by those reforms, you know. Anyhow, it was decided at that conference that we would revert to pre-95 reform systems. You know, this was great news for some of us. And then we would consider such things as whether to have an upper house and regional elected members. And maybe governors should go back to the provinces and become premiers and run the provinces. These are considerations that were made. So, Minister, perhaps you can bring that report and also advise us. How is this going to happen? What will happen after those outcomes? Was there any funding in the budget for this? You know, because that's a very important effort, probably one of the most important reform efforts undertaken in this country that needs to be progressed. So those are my grievance debates.
Past your grievance debate time, you may conclude.
I've got 20 minutes, so I'm about to conclude. Good acting speaker who's doing a magnificent job. Thank you very much. Calm down. Finally, my comments, acting speaker, and this to you and your colleague of other speakers. There's an army of you out there. What do you guys do with this grievance debate? Because we become very emotional and theatrical with our outbursts here. But what happens after that? Who are the responsible ministers? Are you guys tracking this? And how can we, those who ask and who present these grievance debates, be informed about those actions? That has to happen. In this day and age, this should be happening, whereby we are sent an email of some sort informing us that your matter or your grievance debate was attended to by this minister. Because some ministers are responsible and they do attend to their matters, but not all of them. There are a few of them who are quite irresponsible. I won't name them, but I'm just saying.
Okay, thank you, Governor. You may resume your seat. Honorable Member for Suave.
Thank you, Acting Speaker. Just a short contribution to the grievance debate. As we're all in the 2026 budget cycle, and some of the honourable leaders have also highlighted that we have some performing ministers, we have other performing ministers. Just for the province, Simbu province, and just specific reference to Connect PNG. I think it's really important, Mr. Acting Speaker, that the Honourable Prime Minister and the Cabinet really take note of appropriations that they have been given through the budget process.
we've just had an Honourable Minister of State highlight that he's hardly received any funding for this year to promote tourism, which is a sleeping giant in the country. And we have to ask the questions. Why hasn't the Honourable Minister received appropriation as per the budget? All the Honourable leaders have come to Parliament, and now we will be passing another Appropriations Act for 2026. The key gripe that we have is the quality of spend and how the money gets spent. This is the whole contention. Great historic budgets, great that we've got 39 ministers and there's all these allocations and it's covering all the sectors throughout the country. But there's a real serious issue, Mr. Acting Speaker, about how the budget is translated into tangible development outcomes for the people of Papua New Guinea. And this is the reality on the ground. Unless we're all living in some sort of glass house, ivory tower somewhere, if you physically go into a settlement, if you physically go into the villages, if you walk the streets, and if you interact with the people of Papua New Guinea, all is not well, Acting Speaker. All is not well. So this is the reality on the ground. So it is incumbent on the Prime Minister, as the Chief Executive Officer of the independent state of Papua New Guinea, and all the ministers to take stock of your performance. And like the Honourable Governor just suggested, you've got to tell the whole country how much you were appropriated last year and how have you spent this money to impact on Human Development Index, impact on socioeconomic indicators, and improve the development outcomes for the people. This level of transparency is lacking in the House, and especially with the executive arm of government. And I sincerely hope and pray for the people of Simbu and Chwave that we get our just dues in 2026, that we forget about the politics. If you're serious about MTDP4 outcomes, the Honourable Prime Minister announced Reset 50 yesterday, and if we're going to be going towards a progressive outcome leading towards Vision 2050, then you have to embrace the whole country. That's the 96 districts and 22 provinces. And if you're not going to do that because of petty politics, then forget it. The role of the opposition, Assistant Speaker, is to oppose the government. Now, you're all adults in this House. I'm not here to make any friends. I've got enough friends. We will oppose, we will decry policy, we will hold you to account, and that's our job. Don't take it personal, honourable leaders. Through you, Assistant Speaker. Don't take it personal. The Prime Minister's a great guy. All the ministers are great fellas. There's nothing wrong with them. But we're arguing about policy and outcomes that affect a nation. People that can't come in here and debate and talk, we're here representing these people. So I'd like to see more accountability, more transparency, and I would like to see, through you, Assistant Speaker, all the ministers publish what they received in 2025 and tell us what they did to improve the livelihood of the people of Papua New Guinea. Thank you, Assistant Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Member for Chwave. Member for Wawaria.
Thank you, Assistant Speaker. Looks all people of Wawaria. We set up now and we got question asking, but no got chance to looks all people of Wawaria. So me, tanim this la question to me go some grievance debate. Me like first of all, me like commend him, Minister of Law ICT, Acting Minister of Law ICT. Na member of Law, Regional Member of Law Bougainville, na Leader of Law Government Business, na Police Minister. You working good la walk through department, you working good la walk through long. Come up in this la big la boom long digital transformation summit inside law Papua New Guinea, and you brought all the leaders of technology in the world to Port Moresby. So I would like to congratulate your department and yourself for that wonderful summit you had this week. Plenty good la something come up inside law ICT sector, digital sector, which your department and your ministries, we commend you for that good effort that's been happening. Okay, Minister, Assistant Speaker, through you, before 2018,
the ICT sector in PNG was very fragmented. It was very fragmented. Then there was a big review and consultation done in the sector. And we brought in consultants from somewhere in Europe who came and analyzed the sector in PNG, and they did a roadmap, ICT roadmap in 2018, which some of us have contributed to that roadmap. And in that roadmap, they come up with 6 digital framework, key digital framework that the Papua New Guinea, we have to focus on to achieve a good digital outcome in this country. I noticed, and I also commend the Department of ICT, who's been working very hard to implement the main digital framework, which is the digital government. And during the summit, they are launching several of the key projects of digital government services, and which is very commendable. But Assistant Speaker, among the 6 framework, there are other frameworks digital frameworks that we have to also focus on. And this digital infrastructure, one of them is digital infrastructure. And it is sad to know that we have not made, even though we have technology available in this country and in this world, we are still not connecting our rural people to the digital network through satellite and through communication towers. So this is my concern. I raised it in 2022 when first got elected, and I'm raising it again. Rural communication needs to be bridged. We are having digital divide in this country. If we want to roll out NID, biometric voting, any other digital services, we need to be connecting our rural people to the communication network. Assistant Speaker, this must be also a priority of this government. The other focus area is digital skills. That's one of the focus area of this roadmap. Assistant Speaker, we have seen, we have brought in Google, we have brought in Oracle to this summit. But these people or businesses developed by other countries. What about Papua New Guineans? We should start developing these digital age we are in now. We should start thinking about developing or planning about developing our digital skills in this country. And I also note that in 2024, the Department of ICT signed an MOU with PNG Digital Cluster. It's a local group of technology experts. And they have, in that MOU, they've signed to build a national incubation center, this National Digital Incubation Center. I would like to find out what's the status of that center now. Are we going to depend on experts from overseas, or are we going to build our local experts too? That's something that the department needs to look into. And my concern is that while the department is looking at the digital government services, the other focus areas, the other 5 focus areas have been neglected. So is there a plan for an overarching policy so that we can capture those 6 focus areas together so they can all run at the same speed, which is digital government service, digital infrastructure, digital safety, digital skills, and all this. That's my grievance regarding the ICT sector. I also have another grievance, and that is concerning the environment. That is concerning our environment and conservation. During one inquiry, we found out that, especially for small-scale mining, the Environment Department collect license fees from small-scale miners, environment permit fees from small-scale miners. And in those license fees, there is plan for how to manage the environment when they do mining. But there is lack of monitoring for those mining areas, especially small-scale mining. And they say they don't have the capacity to do monitoring of this small-scale mining, especially the environment permit. So my concern is, if they don't have the capacity, can they delegate that function to provincial and local level government, which they have the capacity to do that? We have patrol officers at the local level government who can be able to go and visit those small-scale miners and put them to account to make sure that whatever they dig out, they must be able to follow the environmental plan. And we are creating authorities here and centralizing all the functions and powers in Waigani. But the things are happening at the local level government, at the provincial level. We should look at delegating those functions to the provincial and local level government. The environmental permit function should be delegated to the local level government so that they can monitor the areas. This also with regards to the governor who raised the concern, Oro governor who raised the concern about water and airing. That function can also be delegated to the provincial and local level government. MRA doesn't need to have to travel all the way to do it. The people on the ground know those people. The local level government and the provincial government know who the landowners are. They have the local knowledge. So ministers responsible for those authorities, you start looking at those acts and create some ways where you delegate those functions back to the provincial and local level government. So that they can take charge of those things while instead of we keep on waiting on Waigani. Thank you, Assistant Speaker. Those are my grievances.
Thank you, Member for Wawaria. Members of Parliament, we have come to the end of our grievance debate. The question is, the grievance be noted. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Notices. Clerk.
Notice. The provincial member for National Capital District gives notice that he shall present a bill for an act to make provisions for the powers enabling the courts to issue exclusion orders to any person found guilty of any offense committed in an urban area in any part of the country, enabling police to bring persons before the court to be dealt with under this act.
Leader of Government Business.
Assistant Speaker, I move that the Parliament do now adjourn until Tuesday, 2nd of December, 2025 at 2:00 p.m.
Is that the motion be agreed to? Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Leader of Government Business, what's your point of order?
Assistant Speaker, I wish to rectify that timing. It should read 10:00 p.m. AM, Assistant Speaker. Apologies.
Leader of Government Business, your point of order is in order. Members of Parliament, I now adjourn Parliament. The question is, The motion be agreed to. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. I now do adjourn Parliament to 10 a.m. Tuesday next week.